Thanks for stopping by. Glad you could make it. Please hit that subscribe button and like and comment. Here we go, the fight is on. It went back and forth. No one really knew if this fight would really be made. Some said Garcia was afraid, and Golden Boy, to make this fight. To be honest, I was in that camp. I didn't think Golden Boy would risk their golden goose, but I guess money talks and bull walks. But here we are, we got the fight. A fight that everyone wanted to see, if for no other reason, to see if Garcia was who they thought he was. And as for Tank, we all knew he was a knockout artist, because that's what he does to everyone. For me, it was never about talent with Tank. It was all the other things that go on with him outside the ring. If he could just keep his head on straight, he could become one of the great. He has had some good fights, but to me this fight with Garcia, if he wins, would be his breakout fight. Ryan comes with a lot of fanfare, a big Instagram and social media following, a handsome kid that most people root for. And to be honest, he has been built up to be this awesome fighter in these lower weight classes, even though for me he has never really been tested. But that's how boxing is. They latch onto someone with talent and looks, and here we go. Now this is an important fight for Garcia. If he wins this fight against Tank, it will send him into another space. And if by some chance he knocks out Tank, the boxing world belongs to him. He can write his own paycheck. But regardless if he wins or loses, he has to put on a great show. Even in defeat, if he goes out there and shows hard, and he has a chin and put on a great show, he still wins with the fans and boxing. But if he loses and loses in a bad fashion, let's say by a knockout early in the fight, or he just gets completely outclassed in the fight, that could be the beginning of the end for social media. Darling Garcia. And if Tank loses, I just don't know where he goes from here. That bad man knockout artist thing will be gone. No one will fear him anymore. And this would be a big setback for him. For that reason, I think we a great fight coming. Both men have something to prove and know what's at stake for their careers. And to top it off, they don't like each other and never have. You mix all that in together and that makes for a fantastic fight. I think it will be action-packed, with Garcia having the advantages of being the taller man and Tank having the bigger punch. How this is going to work? Will Garcia put on a boxing show and just keep his distance all night? Or how will Tank get by the long reach disadvantage he has to overcome? How will Tank get inside of the reach? And what will Garcia do? If he can't keep Davis at range, will it turn into a firefight? All these questions will have to be answered into the ring in April. For me, I only have two things, or questions that will have to be answered by Garcia. One is, will his chin hold up? And two, will he have enough power to keep Tank honest? Those two questions will determine who wins this fight. If Garcia's answer is yes to those two questions, he wins this fight walking away. But if he can't, not only will he will lose by knockout. I will give another one of my final predictions in another one of my up-and-coming videos. But until then, we have the fighters' interviews with all the smack talk that's coming and all the predictions of all the so-called experts and fans, and when it gets real close, the weigh-ins. So I'm excited, looking forward to this fight. I hope we get more like this year. The Spence and Crawford, Boots, and anyone. And one of my favorites is the Charlo and Zoo fight coming up in June. And how can I forget the Plant and David fight coming up soon? It seems like a great start to the fight year. Let's just keep it going. Look out for my prediction video coming up soon. Thanks for stopping by. Please hit the subscribe and like button on your way out. This is Reno Knows Boxing. I'm out.